Elevations to everyone in the collective. I hope I found y'all in good, peaceful, high vibrational energy. Since we've already stepped into the formalities of praying to the ancestors and enforcing our protective shields, we're going to go ahead and get into the read. So, as you can see, collective, from the title, somebody is trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. This is pertaining to some money that is owed to you. Um, Whomever this person or these people are, a judge has ordered these people to give you your money back or to give you your money, release your money to you. There is a Queen of Swords of significance in this energy, in your energy, that's really, really, really in their head here. So I don't know how long ago because I'm getting the number 10. 10 came out strongly here. I seen it and I seen it also it popped out to me in the cards here. That this could have been 10 days ago, 10 months ago. It could have been a 10th on the 10th of a month, or it could be the month 10, which is what, October. Yeah, October. So there could be two different there could be several case scenarios here, but the strongest two that I'm picking up on is somebody is trying to take money or devise schemes from one place to put money back into an account or to something that belongs to you. I feel like that when this judge ordered this person, a Queen of Swords is very significant. This could be an aunt or an older woman that is close to you, that is related to you, that knows you, or that is just a key player in this situation involving your money here. I don't know what this money is, but I feel like really some money was owed to you from the time that you were a child. There is some money that was supposed to be given to you or designated for you as a child here. And somebody could have been put in charge of overseeing this money for you to make sure you had what it is that you needed when you were a child, and then they were supposed to relinquish this money to you. That's one of the scenarios. Another scenario is that somebody, they did a lot to you throughout your life to have you deemed incompetent in court, incompetent or too incompetent to be able to handle your own finances. And so this person or these people could have had conservatorship over your money. But even with conservatorship, these people were supposed to make sure that your needs and your wants were met in every area, on every level, and in every area of your life. And I feel like that instead of doing that, these people got greedy and they spent your money. I really feel like that these people spent your money, but a Queen of Swords is in her head. The Queen of Swords is very significant here. She came out several times. This person is having a lot of imbalances. Like, they're taking money. They could even be liquidating assets. They could have sold a couple of properties, if they have any, in order to replenish this account that belongs to you. Because people can't just, like, say your money is gone and then they give you what's left of it. Like, they have to relinquish. It's not just relinquishing that money to you. They have to provide proof to the courts here. At the court, if this was court order, they have to provide proof to the courts of the account balance in this account before they move forward, or the courts move forward with bringing you this money or this whatever this is. And somebody is not able to show a sufficient enough bank account balance that shows that all or most of your money is still there, because I really feel like it's gone. I really do. I feel like it's gone. Okay. And another thing is that if these people had conservatorship over your money here, let's say that they were supposed to give this to you when you were 18, when you were 21, whatever the case may be. If these people deemed you incompetent in court proceedings during that time, and they gained conservatorship over your money, and they were supposed to still be taking care of you, these people have been falsifying documents, like fake receipts showing that, oh, they paid your rent, they pay all your bills, they make sure you that you have all the clothes and shoes that you need, like you have a vehicle, or like you have everything that is needed in order for you to live the most vibrant and sustaining type of life. I don't feel like that these people did that. Okay, I don't feel like that these people did that at all. And let's say that with these people, with the courts seeing you in the light of being incompetent, uh, in whatever respects here, not able to take care of yourself. This is like people also were doing magic behind the scenes. Like if you got a job and you kept this job, you maintained this job, right? These people did magic to make you lose jobs. So if you are a person that resonates with like getting a job and everything is going well, then all of a sudden like you lose that job, you get fired, you get laid off, like things get weird, like just weird stuff going on here. It was these people doing stuff behind the scenes because mind you, if the courts observe you with a job, being able to get a job and then maintain that job for quite some time and be self-sufficient in your own right with that job, the money from that job, and be very financially responsible and stable, the courts would have no choice but to overturn the ruling of you being incompetent, because mind you, an incompetent person technically under the in the eyes of the court of law would not be able to get a job or hold a job. So these people did a lot of stuff to make you lose jobs continuously here. And so they could have remained with conservatorship over your accounts, because it would look like to the courts like, oh, collective, they get jobs but they can't keep it because of course they're incompetent. So they were able to maintain ownership or control over your money. So let's say that recently or in the past or the recent past, you finally got yourself a good job and it's paying well, and you've been able to not just obtain this job but maintain it. The courts have been observing you. I don't know who has been watching you, but there's a detective. This could be a person that's like the overseer. This could be like an auditor or something like that. Because as we know that with the government shutdown, the IRS and all of that stuff, I think that was last year. A lot of places got audited. I mean, a lot of places. And this would include district courts, civil courts, traffic courts, all kinds of places that deal with government funding, anything that deals with the Department of Finance and Administration, anything that deals with government money, IRS, 501c3Cs or C3s, anything like that. Anything that has gotten, food stamp places, they got audited. All those places got audited. Housing authorities, they got audited. Anywhere that receives government grants for anything, they were audited here. And this would include the Office of Courts, and on all levels, from small to from lower to higher here. So there could be an audit that found something very suspicious when it came to your money here, how your money was handled, even receipts. And when they do audits, because I've dealt with the state in a job that I work, the state having to go through audits. When they do audits, okay, they find to comb over everything, over every single thing, right? I feel like an audit revealed something very suspicious in court account balances here. Okay, because all those things are required and stuff, weekly, monthly, yearly, quarterly. Something was very suspicious in an auditor found. Okay, this auditor showed up as the hermit here with the hierophant here. Okay, that's an auditor. Okay, however you like to look at it. And somebody could have been asking this auditor, whatever this auditor found, if the auditor finds sufficient enough evidence to that leads them to more than a suspicion, they will call in investigators here. You won't know it. They won't notify people of it. They will question the proper officials and stuff and the proper people in charge, management, supervisors, whomever, about the suspicions of what they found, but they will not tell them that what they found is suspicious enough for them to move forward and contact like the state police and detectives and Department of Internal Affairs and stuff like that. But I feel like that's what happened. And I feel like a detective started looking into you because, of course, you would be named as the I don't know what you will, the beneficiary, benefactor of this money, or the account holder. But they would also look into the person that has conservatorship over you here. And what this detective could have found out, but I feel like this is really internal affairs. I really do. But what they found was upon investigating your conservator, they could live a very lavish life or have really nice things, and then you, on the other hand, the person that's the actual benefactor or actual owner or recipient of this money, they could have found that you live very poorly, very poorly. Okay. But not only this, they would have observed you working, obtaining a job, and maintaining a job, maintaining a household, maintaining your finances, maintaining stability, maintaining your life despite you being in lack. And you being, and this person observing you in lack, it's like, how can collective be in lack? This investigator or whoever this is internal affairs. How can they be in lack? Or this could have been a detective that then notified internal affairs. So that it's like, how can collective have all this money, and the conservator has given the courts all these different receipts showing they're paying for this, paying for that. But when I've observed collective, they are in a great amount of lack. Like they should have a lot more, be a lot further along in life. And then they look at the conservator's life and they're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. So I feel like this information, this investigation has been going on for quite some time, and they have all the findings, they have all the evidence that they need or needed to take back to the court to sign possibly a warrant or an indictment. First, it may start off as like an order from the court, from if this order would come from a court office or judicial court that is higher than the one that is handling your account. This is how the investigations and internal affairs happen. They don't have the court order come from the court where your account is held at, or where your account is being overseen at. They would have go to a court whose jurisdiction is higher than the court where your money resides at. You get what I'm saying? So they could have went to, like I said, a higher jurisdiction, a court with higher jurisdiction or more authority to issue a court order to the courts, as well as to the person that has conservatorship over your account, to cease and desist conservatorship. That would be one. And then an order for this person, whoever the conservator is, to relinquish all monies belonging to you, to with proof of the account balances and everything. I mean, they probably want all bank statements dating back from the time this person gained conservatorship. They wanted all receipts, because as a conservator, somebody with conservatorship, they still would have to have receipts. I don't give a shit if it's from 15, 20 years ago. They are required by law to keep receipts of every single piece of money that they have spent when it is concerning you, your upkeep, your upbringing, your maintenance in life. Okay? Everything, every receipt. If they go buy you a bag of dollar candy out of that account with $1, they should have a receipt attached to it. The state don't give a fuck. They don't give a damn how long ago it was. Anyways, I don't feel like that this person can provide those things here. It's just like, oh, it's been this long ago. They kind of looking at it like, I don't give a fuck. You can go to jail, or you can produce the information that we're asking. So I also feel like that not only did they have the higher courts issued this cease and desist and the return of funds, or the cease and desist of terminating conservatorship for whoever had control over your account, but they also ordered this person to submit proof of the account, the bank statements, all of that, receipts to the courts, and then for your money to be relinquished to you by a certain date. I keep getting the number 10. It could be the 10th of the month, the 10th day of a month, 10 months. It could be anything like that. It could be any of those, right? 10 weeks, right? Also 2010 could be significant as well. So this person can't produce it. But not only that, after that was done, so if these people would not be notified that they're under investigation, They would get an idea when they get these orders from the courts and stuff, the cease and desist, the termination of the conservatorship, and the return of all monetary, all monies that are associated with said account here. But I feel like they probably got an idea that somebody looked deep into that, or audit had sparked up, and then some type of deeper look into something. But these people aren't aware that also whoever this is from internal affairs, because there's somebody in the court here that's in trouble about this shit too, because it can't be overlooked, because if they don't have the receipts, they are required to turn that shit in on a monthly basis here. Okay, I'm sure that's how conservatorship works here. Okay, they're required to, or required to turn in monthly bank account statements here. And if they weren't turning in monthly bank account statements to the courts, or that it looks like that this shit has been cooked up, or shit has been fraudulent, or made numbers just made up, fake bank accounts. There's been a editing or some type of tweaking of the account statement documents here. Whoever this is that they have to turn this into at the courts, they are required to look over that. They are required to do their part too. So there's no way that this person in the court did not pay attention that there were discrepancies here, inconsistencies and discrepancies. So there's a court official. This is why IA was called Internal Affairs. This internal affairs person has went to there are about to be warrants and indictments issued on your behalf. So we have the Nine of Swords here. Okay, there's a Queen of Swords that's in the Nine of Swords right now. This person is trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. Listen. Somebody don't want to give you your money back. And another thing that I picked up was that this person, when they seen how hard it was going to be for them to get all your money back, because I feel like there was a lot of money that somebody like literally spent all of your fucking money. Like, it's gone. How they going to get that back? Even if they liquidate assets, sell some, get, cash out on some CDs, clear some stocks, some shit like that. Like, they don't have the money here. So whatever money that they were getting, doing these things here, it's like eventually somebody got frustrated with the Nine of Swords. They got real fucking frustrated and worried and fearful that they weren't going to be able to come up with all the money, or the money that the account should show. They weren't going to be able to come up with that and put it back in the account by the time that the date of relinquishment happened. And they knew that they would go to jail. So instead, they start taking this money and they start paying the practitioner to unalive you. Because if you're unalive, they won't have to give it to you. Yeah, okay. If you're unalive, they won't have to give it to you. Give me more, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. That is so many. Man, listen. So their wish fulfillment was to sacrifice you so they could keep what it is that's yours. I'm telling you, and these motherfuckers went to a fucking practitioner here, and they're having problems with this practitioner that they paid to sacrifice you. They were paying practitioner. They were taking this money instead of putting it into an account to give you your shit back here, so they wouldn't be in trouble with it. They still were going to be in trouble with the courts. It don't matter even if you were unalive, they still gonna go to fucking jail. This is the stupid part that I don't get about people here. Okay. These people going through extensive karma here. This is your fortune. It's money that was a fortune that was supposed to be yours here. It's yours. Not supposed to be. It's yours. But they having a fight with a practitioner because they went to a practitioner here so they could get away with this, to unalive you, to sacrifice you here. And I feel like you're still alive. Obviously, if I'm picking up on your energy, you're still alive. They could have even went to a practitioner here to unalive a court official, the internal affairs, the auditor, the investigator here. I mean, just look. They're going to number 10. They burden. Somebody got 10 months or 10 days, 10 weeks. 10 is significant here. Okay? To balance this situation out. Somebody got 10 days to turn themselves in here. or something like that. Warrants could have already went out. Indictments could have went out here. Look what came right out. Temperance, Six of Wands, and the Seven of Cups here. Okay? A Queen of Cups. You could be a Queen of Cups here. Somebody's name could be Eileen or Darlene. They having a fight with a practitioner here. You were supposed to been had this money. This could have even been when you were like 16 here. You were supposed to been had this money. You were supposed to live a very, very cushiony, plush life, or at least a comfortable enough life where you didn't have to worry about things. And somebody really observed you, like you. And this is not, I'm not talking bad about nobody, because we done been through some shit. So no judgment up over here. When you go through stuff or you live in lack, especially when there's no reason. There's a Seven of Cups here. There's no reason why you shouldn't have been anything but this. Anything but this. You get what I'm saying? There's no reason why. No matter what picture they try to paint, how they try to paint it, there's no reason why you shouldn't have been in this Six of Wands temperance energy here with the amount of money that's in this account that's yours. Period. But somebody could have observed, as they were investigating, they could have observed you like going through shit like where you ran out of food, where your lights got cut off, where your gas got cut off, where your water got cut off here, where you were catching the bus when you were supposed to have a vehicle here. That, like, and somebody is just like, wow. But looking at the conservator of your account here, they have multiple cars. They live in a big ass house. You live in a projects or something. They live in a big ass house, like, everybody wear nice name brand shit. Got, beautiful, exquisite ass fucking jewelry and shit like that. And it's like you can clearly see, anybody, even a blind man could clearly see that what was going on in this situation here. A Queen of Cups could be significant here. Somebody been lying. Somebody been lying. They going to jail. I cannot make it up. They going to jail. Because somebody, somebody observing you and you still making it, maintaining it, you actually making it through this shit, having the courage to still, like, without the funds that you need, and you still being able to get a job and take care of yourself and provide stability and security for yourself in some kind of way, even if it's at the minimum here. Somebody has had, you have opened somebody's heart chakra to you. Like, they see you and they just like, wow, like this person has lived poor. They lived in lack. They went through this, went through that, and they have money. These people literally stole this person's money and watched them live like this, and collective still making it. Like, you have done something to somebody's heart space, but somebody can't move or issue warrants or indictments off of feelings here. They have to have concrete evidence. So I feel like that with you sparking an awakening in this person's heart space, whoever the investigator is, the IA is, it gave them, it made them determined to want to bring you justice here. And they went and they looked wherever like, somebody had been investigating this for a long time. Most people would have gave up, to tell you the truth. This person, they wanted to get you justice here. So they went looking for all the evidence, and they found it enough to issue warrants for these motherfuckers to go to jail. Period. Good night, Mark Gabriel. Thank you, Marcel Powell. Is that Chiron energy? Elevations, elevations. Yep. Bad news bears is what I'm hearing. Bad karma. Somebody is fucked. Like, not only are these people going to go poor here or go broke, like if their family, children, grandkids, people, husbands, girlfriends, whomever, they were living all good off of this, everybody losing everything. Everybody. And even with that, like the IRS, like the state seizing these people's stuff, freezing their assets, freezing their accounts, putting liens on shit here, taking their properties and stuff. Even with that, those things still aren't enough to pay back the money that is owed to you. This is quite a bit of money. That Wheel of Fortune is not just it's not little trinkets. It's not a little couple thousand, you know? Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, give me more on this energy for collective. A player in your energy. Somebody tried to play the system. This the system. This the bad luck that they're getting. Like, these are indictments. These are federal criminal charges here. Not only that, these people will be in debt to you for the rest of their lives, maybe into the next one and even the next one here. Okay. This player could have been, they could have had your divine counterpart, or they could have had somebody that you were partnered with or that you were in a relationship with, work with them to help do this. This person was a player in your energy. It's like this person, because they were in a relationship with you, like court proceedings been going on behind your back, bro. The court is at fault here too. This is a lawsuit as well. That's a lawsuit. Not only do they have to come up with a way to get you your money back, because your money, they spent it all, but your money still should be insured by the FDIC. Point blank, period. I said what I said. The FDIC can't cover enough. That's when, the FDIC, they cover charges. I think it's money's up to 500,000 or something like that. Confirmation. 500,000. But I feel like that there was more than $500,000 in here. So when it goes outside of that range, it becomes federal indictment charges, and it becomes what do you call it? I guess it would fall somewhere in the lines of racketeering, but not really. It would be more so like embezzlement, stuff like that. But I mean, it goes far beyond that here, especially if there are findings where these people clearly were orchestrating your unaliving here, because there may be some findings here as well. And these people, some of these people may get the death penalty. I'm not even lying. I don't know where they're from or whatever has happened. These people have committed a lot of crimes to cover up whatever this is. One of the crimes is embezzling your money, stealing your money here. Another crime is because they can't, they simply can't go to jail for doing magic on you, even if there's proof that they're going to the voodoo lady or the witch doctor, right? Even if there's photos. There's really no law that covers doing black magic against people except for spiritual law, of course. I just feel like there are actual physical crimes here that they did here to unalive you here. There's other crimes that have been committed on your behalf, like possibly hiring lovers here to be close to you. And so these lovers could be with you, and then they could come and testify to the fact, they could attest to the fact that you were still incompetent, that you needed help, you were crazy, you needed somebody to keep control over your account while they were paying this person. That's a crime too. Like, I can count several crimes in that alone right there. Okay, because technically that could be considered prostitution, to pay somebody to be someone's lover. You pay somebody to sleep with someone. That's actual assault here. Okay, that can be considered a terroristic threat, or a terroristic threat. Okay, on a class A felony charge here. Right? It really depends here on putting a person in danger of life. If you have children with this person, it could be endangerment of minors here. Okay. Pain and suffering on top of that. If it goes over a certain amount, then it can become criminal charges here. Okay. It can become a criminal charge. Not only that, putting your actual health at risk, putting you in safety and putting you in harm's way, your safety in danger, security, all have been breached here. Like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of crimes committed in here. A lot of, listen, Linda. Yep. Because they didn't want you, somebody observed you being in Queen of Pentacles in the reverse energy. You're Queen of Pentacles. And they know that you're like this because of this. Or they know 10 of Swords because of this. They didn't want you to have this money. They didn't want the courts to find out that you were living very much so not under your means, let's just say under your means, but not by choice. This was a forced decision. Coercion could be another charge here. Okay. Give me more, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, please and thank you. Esther. Esther. There also could have been a person that passed away. Look. A Queen of Wands in the reverse and a Page of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse says personalism, short-sighted mind, betrayal, moody, temptation, dominance, lack of organization, faithless, untrustworthy, bitterness, paranoia, and irritability here. Okay. There's a Queen of Wands. Somebody wanted to look the part based off of your money here. It's like somebody sitting up being boastful and you know, getting all the attention of being a Queen of Wands, but they doing it with your money. It's like you're not really a Queen of Wands. You literally are gloating with stolen money here. Page of Swords in the reverse. Recklessness, unreasonable, gossip, doubts, aggression, troubles, bad health, lies, misunderstandings, ridicule, cruelty, sharp tongue, malevolence, and unpredictability. This could be somebody in your family. This could be like a younger cousin energy here. This could be somebody that like to live real lavish or live like they really got it all. They have all the nice things while you were sitting probably up over there with fucking one pair of tennis shoes type of shit. While this person had all the name brand shoes. Like, this is an aunt. This Queen of Swords is an aunt. If an aunt raised you and you have a cousin that grew up and, you know, they had all the nice lavish things and you had very little, this is an aunt that raised you, that had her child or children looking better than you and you looking like shit, like Harry Potter, when the inheritance or whatever this is, it belongs to you. People better not ever let me be able to create laws, bro. There's somebody in your family, though, that's been investigated. People in your family that's being investigated. They better not ever let me write laws. Because I don't think the punishment is harsh enough. I don't think it's harsh enough. I really don't. Whatever punishment they get, I don't think it's harsh enough. Because I despise reading energy for y'all like this. And I look, King of Pentacles in the reverse, like, really? You got a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and a King of Pentacles. These could be people that, it's like they the broke ones, but they gonna live it up off of your money and make you live in a broke lifestyle, all lackluster and shit, and you rich. You're wealthy. I mean, you may be connected to old money for all I know. It may come with a lot of honor. A castle. That could be significant here. You got a Queen of Wands in the reverse, a King of Pentacles in the reverse, a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. No, ain't nobody came out here in the upright except for you, Temperance energy. Except for you. You. Oh, and the Knight of Wands, but shit, we know what that is. I feel like that these people are broke. This is showing these people are broke. And now, if let's say whomever these people or this person is, let's say they did look good because they were living lavish off your money. Your money had them looking good. Now this money is gone. This person looked like shit. They ain't the Queen of Wands no more. Eight of Pentacles. Like I said, I feel like you got a job and the courts have observed this. And it's like, how collective, if collective is incompetent, they can't take care of themselves here. They can't make sound decisions of the mind, body, soul, and spirit here. If they can't do that, then how did they get this job and how do they still have this job? Some got to be explained here, because an incompetent person can't maintain their life or way of living. And I feel like that you were able to a certain extent, and then things would just fall apart. But there was these people doing stuff behind the scenes. If you thought it was you or you had bad luck or that God was punishing you, that's not what it was. It was these people behind the scenes doing conflict magic on you, your work, your love life here, okay, on your wish fulfillment. Making you always want to give up and walk away or run away here. If you ever got the urge and things just got too hard and you want to run away, that's magic. It's conflict magic that they've been doing against you here. Yep. And there's a tower here. Did I say something about a castle? You may come from old money. There may be some old money connected to your name. I don't know what this is. You very well could be adopted here. Mm-hmm. Well, these cards coming out like up, Chuck. Look at. Somebody could have got hurt recently. They could be on crutches. Somebody could have got hurt. You could have got hurt on a job here. Somebody could have got hurt. This is also giving me the energy of whoever had conservatorship over your money. It's like they pretended to, or they actually got hurt on a job, or they pretended to get hurt on a job. Because in situations like that, they do have a right to be able to sustain their life to a certain amount, or they get allotted a certain amount of money to be able to maintain their life so they can stay in a proper functioning position to oversee your money and distribute it the most proper way, right? I don't know if y'all know that, but yeah. Now this person penny pinching. I'm telling you, penny pinching. 5 of Pentacles to the 4 of Pentacles, they penny pinching. Bad. Trying to hang on to every little bit that they have. I feel like there's some people going broke. If you know who these people are, you'll be able to just take a look. Take a look at what they used to have or what they used to do. They going to the same places? They still going on vacations and stuff? They still got all those cars, or did they, downsize? Did they move out of their house to something smaller? Did a relationship or a marriage break up recently with any of them? Somebody got to move out of the house? They getting a divorce? Oh, okay. Pay attention to the shit that's going on. Somebody picked up an extra shift or an extra job here. Somebody doing something weird, crazy. Like, I've never seen you working in this type of job field here. They doing that? Pay attention to that shit. I'll show you how to pick up deception here. Okay? 7 of Wands. I feel like you have to fend for yourself when you got money. And I mean long money, strong money. I'm talking about old money. Somebody finna hear somebody's mouth, because with that card I just got the lion's roar. I'm a Kung Fu Hustle fan. Like, what y'all want with me? I watch all kind of I'll be watching all the Kung Fu movies, especially the old voiceover ones. Like, them be the best ones. They be the best ones. 7 of Pentacles is here. Somebody looked into something. Possibly a King of Cups. This could be the auditor, the investigator, internal affairs here. Somebody looked into something and they found strong evidence to support what it is that I'm saying. What it is that they suspected here. They found a lot of evidence here. Yeah, okay. About a lover that was a lover. And also, if you got a lover, an ex or somebody, this person told the truth and threw all these people under the bus. See that 10 again? These 10s keep coming out. And they gave the police all the information that they needed to move forward. I'm telling you, and go get these motherfuckers. Okay? This been going on for a long time, this investigation. And there's a tower. Okay? There's a tower. You see how this Queen of Swords, she ain't came out at all. This bitch trying to hide. I feel like, so let me tell y'all what, man, I ain't even gonna, somebody just gotta accept defeat. Okay? It's way too much evidence on these people. Okay? About the fake love offers that they were sending towards you while you were in this 9 of Pentacles energy. It's like, if you notice that every time you got up, every time you was doing well, you was single, you made it by yourself, here come a motherfucking love offer from a person that end up turning out to be a fucking narcissist. Yay or nay? That's a criminal charge here. There's strong evidence against this. These people have found evidence that this is what was going on. They seen that every time, even without your actual money, okay? 10 people in the chat. There's another 10. So confirmation on that. Every time you got in this 9 of Pentacles energy, you could be masculine, you could be feminine. Did a lover not pop up out of nowhere? Like, here they come. They've been having their eye on you. They interested in you. They want to have something going with you. And then you like, you may be standoffish. You may give them a chance and shit. And then you end up being with that person. You may have a kid or two, may not. You may just be with that person and your life goes to shit. There's strong evidence. I mean, there's like concrete evidence against these people that they were sending people in every time you got yourself up, every time you got yourself back to a 9 of Pentacles energy. I'm telling the truth. It's confirmation for somebody out there. Listen, man, listen. Strong evidence that these people cannot deny anymore. They got to accept defeat. It's too much evidence that they were sending people towards you. 8 of Wands. Yeah, to cause conflict in your life. Do you hear me? While they look the other way, act like they didn't know what was going on here, so they can maintain conservatorship over your accounts, so they can maintain control and power over your money, saying that you were incompetent, that you were childish, that your mentality was not developed enough in order for you to take care of yourself. So they needed to keep control of your fucking money here. But they really blocked you out of this shit. They didn't want the courts to see that they were giving them phony evidence here, that they were setting up scenarios in your life to make it look like you were incompetent, that you needed somebody to control every area of your life here, every area of your life, all the celebrations, everything. They would always equate it to them. I don't know what's going on with these courts. Like, I'm just trying to figure out all these fucking court proceedings going on every time I do these reads, because there's a lot of y'all in the collective who have went through this, grandparents, passed over loved ones. Some of you are adopted. Some of you finding out who your real parents are. Some of you are the forgotten or hidden secret child to a lot of celebrities here that possibly sacrificed you to gain fame and fortune. That's what's been going on. That's a huge. All those are huge possibilities. There are potentialities. There are more than that. The evidence mounting up against this shit, that this is what's going on with a lot of people in the collective here. You could have been named in somebody's will. Something could have been wrote out by your ancestors 7 generations ago about you. You hear what I'm saying? Generational wealth. Come on, you think about it, right? Let's just think about this real quick, collective. Right now, if any of us gain generational wealth, we want that shit to last. It's generational wealth. That means it's supposed to go generation, right? So we're going to write. So we're going to put certain legal paperwork and stuff in places and security systems in places in order to make sure our 5th, 6th generation from this one, right? They're able to enjoy that generational wealth. This is how shit goes, because a lot of y'all wondering like, well, nobody in my family really had money, or they had money, but I don't know anybody that passed away that was rich or wealthy. Generational wealth. This is how this shit goes. The firstborn oldest daughter or son of my seventh generational grandson or granddaughter, the first one born to obtain this or to have this or to have a spiritual gift. This shit can be named. They are the ones that are supposed to be the beneficiary of my generational wealth. They take over the company. They continue it here. The money, the royalties, everything is given to that particular person. This is how this shit goes. This is how it works. This is y'all wondering where the money is coming from. This is where it's coming from. A lot of our ancestors were very fucking successful, very successful, very wealthy. They got a lot of honor, a lot of connections here, and they set shit up for generations down the line here. A lot of you in the collective, you are the generational holder or gainer or beneficiary. Okay, I'm saying generational wealth from 7 generations before you. Okay. And it's been passed on, and people have been sticking their hands in a pot, and then they've been working to set up scenarios where instead of you being born under a silver spoon or being born in security or under a security blanket, to be able to be set up to properly receive whatever this is. They set your life up. Even the generation before your parents or grandparents, they set shit up so you're born into lack, into poverty, into trauma. Okay, into the ghetto, into the hood, into underdeveloped neighborhoods, poor educational systems here. This is where this shit comes from. Now you got somebody, a King of Wands and a Queen of Cups, that's trying to heal the situation. Like I said, because they're trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. 2 of Pentacles here. robbing Peter to pay Paul. Everybody they work with, it's like they going to them like, hey, the little 100,000 I gave you, yeah, I'm gonna need that back. Hey, that 50,000 I gave you to just to help me gang Star Collective, yeah, I'm gonna need some of that back. Yeah, that 20,000, you still got any of that? Nah, yeah. How much of it can you get back? How much you got left? Yeah, I'm gonna need some of that back. Like, oh y'all, if we don't pitch in all this money together, the feds gonna be after us. They asking questions. We gonna have to come up with this money some kind of way. We gonna have to come up with this money some kind of way so we can situation before it get too bad. It's already bad. Once the auditor sparked an investigation with an investigator, it was already bad then. Once the investigators get involved in crimes like this, internal, and there's a court official that is very much so a big part of here. And there's also an attorney, an estate attorney here, a property attorney here. This could be a Caucasian woman, chestnut brown hair that comes to about right here, and she wears glasses here. She the one that signed off on maybe some type of property. If she was over your estate, or she was like the sub attorney or something like that, that overseeing your, estate or whatever this is here, she helped. She could be fired already or be in trouble. Somebody tell her. She could be the one telling. Because when attorneys get to lose their job, like, as an attorney, when you break laws such as estate lawyers, or you break, or you do criminal things to break laws, to abuse your power of authority, do you know that results in federal penitentiary time? When attorneys get caught in crimes, they take an oath when they pass that bar. The oath, it says many things, but they commit a crime such as this or any other crime. Oh, they get the book thrown at them. Not only do they lose their license, their practice here, the criminal charges are brought up against them. And I feel like there's a female lawyer or attorney of some kind here that had a hand in this. And this bitch is telling. And so was one of your ex-lovers, because this person is broke and they know that they're going to try and everybody that works together is going to try and sacrifice him or her as the small man. That's the scapegoat. If all else fails, they're going to say it was all them. They knew nothing about it. That's how they're going to try to come up with it. But the investigation, they don't know how deep this investigation has gone or that there has been one. There are 3 people working together, a state auditor, okay? But wait, this could be a family member, your ex-lover, and an attorney. But this is also an auditor, a detective, and internal affairs. Yeah, somebody in their head, because justice finna prevail on your behalf about who worked together. I really don't feel like that this is what this is. This money was supposed to put you in a certain place. Let's say along with this money, you were supposed to, and you got free will. Just hear me out, collective. Just hear me out, because generational wealth, maintaining it, you gotta be a very, very, very strong thinker, right? You got to think about all the avenues of the way to maintain generational wealth and how to also grow it. It's like setting your kids up on not just giving them the business, but giving them the blueprint, the manuscript, the breakdown of how it is that when they get this wealth, how to grow it, right? You don't want to just give it to them. You want to set them up with all the knowledge they need in order to continue to grow it. This could be something like an arranged marriage here. This is really what I'm getting from here, where you were supposed to be, it's like you got this money maybe at 16 or at 18, 21, anything like that. And then this was supposed to elevate you to a certain tax bracket where you were supposed to be a part of some type of group, or you would be introduced, or you would be in a different set of people, right? And these set of people is like other people, other families that have generational wealth in the same tax bracket or higher at the same level. And it's like this would place you in certain rooms that a lot of people aren't able to step into. And in one of these rooms, it was already foreseen or foretold that you would come across one of these other families, generational wealth beneficiary, who would be at or around the same age as you, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger. And the two of you would organically come together, or there would be an arranged marriage to couple the two family generational wealth that would grow the wealth. You see what I'm saying? That would grow the wealth. This could be what it is here. And if this Queen of Wands, this is the person who pretended to be you, they could have, there could have been a scenario set up by your people or whoever this Queen of Swords is to have this Queen of Wands in the reverse, or the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They could be the same people. They could be two people. We'll take it as it resonates, to make it look like they were you, and have this person marry using your stolen generational wealth. See, that makes that shit null and void. And they were the one that were presented to one of these other families, and a marriage was arranged, and then these people later find out that that is the imposter and that money is not theirs. They done fucked up their money too. So these people got other problems. You hear with that part where I said robbing Peter to pay Paul? Yeah, they got other problems. Man, I cannot make this shit up, bro. Look, Two of Cups, the Hierophant. Look what's next. Ten of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Six of Cups. I'm telling you, this is like an arranged marriage. It was just, it would be so. But for those of us that have lived in like this, it's like, I don't believe in no damn arranged marriages. Who gonna tell me who to marry? But you gotta think bigger than that. Sometimes you gotta think bigger than that, right? Because arranged marriages were a thing. Egyptian time, Sumerian time, Babylonian time, many different times. They married into money. Money married money. People that have had spiritual gifts, spiritual inheritances, as well as physical, married or were arranged to marry a family who had offspring that were equivalent to you. Generational wealth, spiritual and physical inheritance here, as well as spiritual gifts. You see what I mean? So it continues the purity of the bloodline, but the generational wealth. It's a thing, y'all. It sounds disgusting and tacky. They practice it a lot in different Chinese dynasties. I don't know if Japan really did that, but I would only assume that they did. Like many Ethiopia, there are arranged marriages here. Even back in the days of Queen of Sheba, we had arranged marriages. We had pharaohs. There are arranged marriages where he would have multiple wives, but those wives would be taken care of and their families would be set. None of this shit that they got going on today. None of that shit. You know, the wives were sitting plush and they were very much so taken care of, and their families were taken care of as well. There are many case scenarios in the past here, and this could be like a continuation of tradition, Hierophant tradition, you know what I mean? Spiritual tradition or wealthy tradition, you know, royal bloodline traditions here. And somebody finding out that not only is this the fucking cousin, they're an imposter, they're not you, but that fucking money is stolen, it's gotten seized. And if they married this person, their family's money has been fucking frozen and seized. All their assets have been frozen. There's liens on their shit too. They got a big problem. They got a problem bigger. It's like, who gonna get to these people first? And these are people in your family. These are people in your family that worked together and orchestrated this shit. And it's like, who gonna get to these people first? They either gonna worry about these other families that are affected by this shit, or they got to worry about going to jail. I feel like that it's going to be, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's going to be both. It's going to be both. Somebody going to knock these people block off. They going to knock their fucking head and put their head and their feet in cement blocks and sink them down to the bottom of the fucking ocean or sea. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that this other family, they may not be shit. These could be whole families of mobsters for all the fuck I know. These could be goons and goblins. These could be people who don't play about their fucking money here. They may have vaults of gold and jewels and treasure and shit. And they done got all their shit seized, their houses, everything, bank accounts frozen and stuff like that. I feel like that these people finna fuck your family members up. And if they don't get to them before they get arrested by these warrants or indictments here, because they're not gonna come up with the money. And they can keep on paying practitioners all they want. I just don't really see that it's, listen. Six of Cups, the Empress. This is where you were supposed to be at. But these motherfuckers was greedy. I'm telling you, I'm seeing some ugly shit. Also, earlier I took a nap, bro, and I had a dream. Somebody could drive trucks, or something could be significant. Somebody could have passed away because of the overturning of a tractor pulling a trailer with toxic or hazardous materials, flammable materials on the highway. This thing could have jackknifed and overturned and possibly unalived the few people on the highway. Somebody in your family or related to them or that work with these people, they involved in that accident. They ain't gonna make it. Another thing is that this Queen of Swords, because I strongly got this and I dreamt this shit, bro. I'll be dreaming this crazy as shit. Whole plane falling out of the sky. And I'm like, bro, that plane, and guess what? When I noticed this plane was finna fall, was falling out of the sky. I was having a debate, healthy debate, nothing wrong, with a sassy man, but he was hella cool though. Having a debate with him about divine unions and whether or not a person could exercise free will if they could choose to be with that person or not. And that, you know, we was going back and forth, and he was like, no, if that's your divine counterpart, your twin flame, you have to be with them. It is no ifs, ands, or buts. And I was like, no, it's not. You have free will. We have free will. And as we walking and we debating with each other about this, I'm like, bro, look at that fucking plane. Whole plane, black and white. It's all white, black, black thin strip at the lower part, and then all underneath is black. This fucking plane flipping. And I'm like, bro, as we're walking through this big ass field, there's a long highway next to us where the tanker done jackknifed and exploded and unalived a whole bunch of fucking people. The plane comes. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Man, listen. I'm like, bro, that plane finna crash right over there. We took off running. That plane said, boom. And all of a sudden, a big ass fucking mushroom cloud of smoke, ash, and fire, and dirt, and debris was rushing behind us. Somebody finna try and escape on a plane, probably get out of the country. They ain't gonna make it. And I just hate it for the other people on that plane. But if you don't think, listen, Linda, we ain't even finna go there. We ain't even finna go there, because a lot of people gonna be like, oh, you diabolical for saying that. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth. God is not a cruel God at all. But in these cases like this, especially if you are high priestess energy and empress energy, you are a chosen one, a star seed, a healer, a light worker. This money was meant, it was bigger than you just marrying into other, merging families and money and resources together and being in a position of power. This was meant to provide you with what you need for your spiritual gifts, for the healing of the collective. If this person try and run, this Queen of Swords is on that plane, God will crash that whole fucking plane out of the sky. And if it's God, like, no, God don't work that way. Yes, God do, because you just don't know. You don't know any other people on that plane would be on some dumb shit. Because this didn't look like no regular airline. This looked like it was a smaller jet. It wasn't a Boeing or anything like that. It wasn't American Airlines. It was a smaller jet, but it was big enough where quite a few people can fit on it. You know, maybe a good 30 people or so. That guy gonna crash that plane. This person ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, bro, like, God, why do you be showing me this stuff? I mean, whole tanker crash. It was just fire, explosion, crash, fire, explosion. That's significant here. Okay. Yeah, there's a King of Cups. One of these investigators, I believe it's the auditor, the state auditor, government auditor. This person is a King of Cups. Okay. Or they're a King of Cups now because they observe you. You open something in this person's heart space. They observe you making it and winning, or at least making it here after what these people did to you. You opened this person's heart space. If this was a hardened person, hardened heart type of person, they didn't give a fuck. Anybody can get taken down. You did something to this person's heart space, turned them into a King of Cups, and they worked diligently on your behalf to bring you fucking justice here, because they know how greedy that these people were when it came to your Ace of Pentacles that you should have been got. And there's some type of settlement that's about to happen before the attorney and the court officials' involvement in this fucking scheme. You know, that's a lawsuit. There's a settlement that is coming along with that. Maybe that's how they gonna pay you your money back. Shit, it couldn't be me, nigga. I need my money and I need the money from the settlement. I need all that. I need all that. That's nah. Nah, because it's still the FDIC has to insure up to 500,000. I really don't know what happens after that. You know, they probably have other, you know, policies and stuff and regulations in place in the event, because they just probably never really expect anything to happen over 500,000 here. But if that's not enough to cover what is owed to you, there are other resources or measures that are taken here to replenish and give you back every dime that belongs to you. But not only that, there's a fucking lawsuit here against court officials, against attorney, against judges, against states, whoever was involved in this demonic shit, in this scheme, this fraud, this devilish shit here. There's settlements that are about to occur on your behalf. And that's a whole separate amount of money. Like, you finna be rich. Like rich. And you get to move on to calmer waters here and rest easy and peacefully for once in your life. You get to breathe and probably not have to worry about if your light's going to get cut the fuck off in the middle of winter. If you're going to have gas to heat your house. Do you have to buy space heaters? Am I going to have water? Am I going to have working utilities? Am I going to have enough food despite me getting state aid? Because they probably made you look like you were just a shitty ass, ghetto ass person that was lazy and sat on your ass and never wanted to do shit. They probably did that. I can guarantee you they did that. They made it look like to the courts like, we give collective everything that they want. And, you know, they don't have to want for nothing. But still, they decided to go out in them streets and get on drugs and be a prostitute. Sure thing. Sure thing, bucko. That really sounds logical. That, like, I could be the judge, like, sitting there, like, now that you say that, you know, I see it your way. Yeah. They got everything in the world. And they still decided to go sell some ass, right? No, that, like, yeah, I believe you. You know, I believe you. I believe you. King of Swords. Whomever is in this higher jurisdiction of court here, tower for all these motherfuckers. Didn't I say explosion? Some shit going on with explosion here. But these motherfuckers don't know that they're going to jail. Like, they already in jail. You know, they already got they bunkers set up here. They even got their cellies. Wink. They got their cellies picked out. Because that's also some shit that I seen. Oh, the other family that connected their money, intertwined their money with these people, y'all family money here. Oh, they already got somebody's cellies set up. Oh, okay. Fuck with right. Yeah, it's over. Somebody finna get freed for real. Somebody gonna be somebody bitch. Somebody gonna be somebody fucking bitch in prison. Like, they gonna make them a real bitch. Like, oh, you fuck with the right people. That's why you don't do that shit. Damn. Yeah, because you could be a feminine energy. Don't have to be, but somebody presented somebody else to an emperor's son as you, as the generational wealth holder, the beneficiary of this generational wealth. They presented somebody's son as you, and they married this person. A Queen of Wands in the reverse or a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And you know what? Whoever that son is, they're in the King of Pentacles, and they're wondering why. They know why now. This other family is losing all their shit. 5 of Pentacles is here. 4 of Pentacles is here, okay? Yeah. Because they realized that they gave to and supported and connected to your people. These sneaky, deceptive, lying, possessive, greedy, just swine. Okay. Wait, is Caleb in there? Do you want a Philly cheesesteak? You want sausage? That's not what I cooked. Man, bro, I'm not fit. Yeah, your family heartbroken. Yeah, they heartbroken about this investigation because they know they at a loss. It ain't shit that they can do. It ain't shit that they can do. They might as well just brace themselves here. A Queen of Swords. Somebody that's real close to you. I'm talking about in the home close to you. Somebody you grew up with, grew up around here, celebrated with, partied with. Somebody that you was real close to. That's it, that's all. Collective, I'm going to release you, your energies, and all these energies back to their respective places with love and light. I thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. And if any of any part of the message resonated with you or someone that you know, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, collective, YouTube be tripping. Make sure that your notification bells are on and that they are, and that you have the all options selected under your notifications so you can be notified of future reads, lives. I'm not going to keep saying pre-records because I ain't pre-recording. But I thank y'all for allowing me into your energy as I pull my energy back, close out doors and portals to my energetic field. Oh, collective. It just be wow. Let's just hope that the next one can be better. But I love being of service to y'all. And I will see y'all on the next live. Peace.